Hello all, welcome to Pawfect's Stardew Valley Let's Play. This is episode 11. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing today just yet. I think if the spirits are happy with us, we will go mining. We might go mining even if they're not happy with us. Where are we? The spirits are neutral, so a bit of an average day. So what do we got? We've got beans, so we'll be able to go put these in the community centre. I've forgotten to water another one. Oh, this is a little bit annoying. I wonder if we got any gold parsnips while doing this. Let's water them all. We might buy some seeds. I know we are going to be saving lots of money for the strawberries, but we might buy a few parsnip seeds if we don't have 5 of those gold parsnips, because we really want to get those 5 gold parsnips and make sure we've got plenty in time that just in case our next round or next batch doesn't actually give us 5 gold, we've got enough time to, by the end of spring, make sure we plant a lot more and make sure we really get those 5 gold parsnips. So we're just watering all these. These are those wild seeds that we collected from the community centre. I think this is our last thing of copper, so we will aim to go down to the mines. I think what I'm going to do is when we're going down the mines, I might have a chat about all the different requirements for Granddad's candles and that sort of thing by end of year 2. And I want to have a look because I really want to see if I can challenge myself to get enough of those requirements by the end of year 1. I think we should be able to do that, and hopefully you can, if you're interested in getting that, you can use some of the ideas I use in my game. We don't have any gold, so we will be getting some more parsnips. Let's just leave 1 or 2, similar to the cauliflower. If we get a mission for parsnips or potatoes or even green beans, we'll be able to do those. Actually, let's have a quick look at the community centre. So what do we need? We need a parsnip, a green bean, and a cauliflower. So let's get 1 of each of those, and we might head up to the mine. Parsnip, green bean, and cauliflower. So where are we? Parsnip, green bean, cauliflower. So we'll head to the mine, and we'll go along with our mining journey. So we'll get rid of all the items we won't need for down the mine, and we'll sell all the remainder. Should we make another tapper? Yeah, let's make another tapper. So let's make another tapper here, and let's get rid of the wood. We will need some more wood again soon. We don't need the potato because we've already used the potato. Let's just quickly check if you need yams for anything. So what would you might need yams in, I think it's the fall bundle. Yep, so we might as well take that yam now. Get it out of the way so we don't need to worry about it in future. Besides that, let's have a look at what this thing says. So Robin wants her favourite axe, so we'll go get her axe at some point. We won't do it today. And let's put this on another oak tree. So this is another oak here, so let's put that on the oak. And let's head on through the community centre and then into the mines today. And what have we got here? So Robin's lost axe. The delivery I think was a carp. Does it give us friendship? No, it does. Oh, it does. It makes Alex happy. I don't really care too much about making Alex happy. But before we go anywhere, no, we'll sell a bit of backwards and forwards there. But we'll sell these additional ones at Pierre's. Pierre's will be open today. It's 9 o'clock, and we'll get the extra money as we go through. And we'll buy a few things through here. So let's just quickly check if it's anyone's birthday soon. No, it's Haley's birthday on the 14th and the Egg Festival in a couple of days. The wizard wants a slime, 4 slimes. So we might be able to get this one. I know the other day we didn't, but if we don't get it, I'm not too phased. So let's get rid of the tulip. We'll get rid of the potato. Sell all but 1 of these. All but 1 of these, and let's sell all 4 of these parsnips. So let's spend a little bit of money on parsnips. Maybe we'll get 30. Let's make it 40. We'll plant those later. And the rest are all for the community centre. So let's keep going. Because I really want to get through the really dark levels. I just want them out of the way. Then we don't have to worry about them again. And hopefully that'll be good for us. I also want to use the community center bundles because I want to see what the bundles are for the minecart, so we can start working on those. So where's the spring crop? So we've got parsnip now, a green bean, and a cauliflower. So there you go, the bundle's done. What has the bundle given us? So the bundle has given us 20 speed grow fertilizer. I probably won't use that because it's only 10% growth rate, and I very much prefer just the normal fertilizer. I think it's more useful because you get the gold ones, and they sell for a lot more. I think maybe if you wanted to get ancient fruit, and you wanted ancient fruit to be made into wine, maybe that would be quicker. And maybe you can consider the speed grow on that, but I'm not going to use it. I wonder if I could even sell this. We might sell one of these tonight as we go back from the mine. But let's have a quick look in here. What do we need? We need one of each of these bars, so that shouldn't be too difficult. We've already got an earth crystal, we've already got quartz. I think that should be found on the iron levels, and that should be on the gold levels, so that shouldn't be too difficult. And here we are, so we should be able to get bat wings and slimes. So bat wings should be easy enough, and then we only need one of these essence, so that shouldn't be too difficult. I think we can get those essence when we're on the iron levels. So really, I think the tricky things for us to get will be the fire quartz, and then maybe a gold bar, although we already have 2 gold ore, so we only need 3 more gold ore, and we'll be able to have that bar. We've got a lot of money now. We could consider buying the other backpack soon. I think it's 10,000 though, but we're probably not going to do that till the end of spring. There's a lot more things we want to do before then. Nope, Linus just want to say hello. I think the other reason why I always talk to Linus is because he always seems to be on the way through. So what I might do is I might just pause the video briefly while we're doing this and just open up on my other screen the wiki to talk through the Grandpa achievements. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay everyone, welcome back. I've now got the wiki now, so I think I'll do this just for something to talk to while we're going through the really dark levels. Hopefully it's not too bad as we're going through here. It might be a little bit annoying with being it's so dark, but hopefully we can get through it really quickly and then we won't have to do it again. So there are bats as well. I'm probably just going to see if I can ignore the bats. Actually, they're going to be a bit of a pain, aren't they? We do need the bat wings, so we might kill a few of those bats. We need the bat wings for the minecart community center bundle. So I'm not sure if you can see very well. I imagine you probably can't, but hopefully we can get through these relatively quickly. I might, if I can stay in the light as much as I can, I will aim to. But let's have a quick look through the Grandpa requirements. So the Grandpa requirements, basically by the end of year 2, your Grandpa sort of comes along and he inspects your farm and gives you some ratings based on certain criteria around your farm and how you're going. And if you get a certain amount of points, you get given a statue, which every day it gives you iridium ore, which is really good. So it's something I do want to get. It also is something that I like to aim for. It gives you a bit of purpose in the first couple of years and gives you some ideas on how to see if you can get all those requirements through while you're doing your playthroughs. So the first one is based on money. So if you get 50,000 gold, you get a point. If you get 100,000 gold, you get an extra point. And then it scales up to 200,000, 300,000, and so on and so forth. So the highest value is 1 million. So we'll be aiming to get 1 million gold. Now that gold isn't the gold currently on you. That's your total earnings. So if I press E, it's your total earnings value, not your current funds. But maybe we can try to get 2 million current funds as well. I think just what we'll also aim to do in this playthrough is get a Statue of Perfection, at least 1. We might even see if we can get 2 by the end of the second year as well. And we'll see how we go with that. So Statue of Perfection costs 1 million gold. Let's eat a few of these field snacks. So if you get up to 1 million gold of total earnings, you get 7 points. That's a lot of points to get through for those. The next is your player skill levels. So if you have 30 of each skill levels, so the skill levels being these skills here. So if you get 5 in all of those, you get a point, and if you get 10 in all of those, you'll get an additional point. So 2 points with those. We will be aiming to get all those. I think they should be pretty easy. I can normally get all those skills up by the end of year 1, so we'll be aiming to do that as well. If we can get enough points from Grandpa to get the Iridium statue in after year 1, I will be aiming to do that. I do think I'll be able to, and I don't think it'll be too difficult. So the next one is some random achievements. So completing the museum collection gives you a point. Now I think that should give you more points because that is a very difficult one to get. It's based a lot on luck around what items you can get. There's a few different areas that you need to make sure you check, being the desert. There's some items that you can only get in the desert, there's some items you can only get in the beach, and so on and so forth. But it's very random. You need to make sure you collect as many of the worms as you can. But even if you collect every single worm throughout your entire playthrough, there's still a chance that you may not get every artifact. So I'm going to aim to get that, but I think it might be a bit unlikely that we'll get it, but we'll see how we go. The next of those is, where are we? Master Angler, so catch every fish. We will be aiming to do that. I'm not sure whether or not we'll worry about getting that in the first year. We might more focus on our farm and getting everything set up, and the final collectibles we might aim to do in the second year. But if we really want to get it done in year 1, we might aim to do that. The next one is full shipment, so ship every single item. So every item of shipment is these collections here. So every item you see here and every item you see here. I think I spoke about this in one of the earlier episodes. Normally that's not too difficult. The only one I seem to struggle with is the void egg. I've always got really bad luck in getting a void egg. So I might see if there's ways and tips to get void egg online as I go through this playthrough. But every Friday I'll be checking the traveling merchant to see if there's a chance that the merchant has one. And if they don't, well, hopefully we can get the cutscene once we get a coop to get one of the void eggs or void chickens. The next one is around social. So if you have, where are we? Completed married with a full house upgrade, that should be relatively simple to do. Let's eat another one of these field snacks. So we should be doing that. We'll be aiming for Leah. The next one is have friendship with 8 hearts with at least 5 villagers. That can be a little bit annoying to get. I don't really enjoy just wandering around talking to villagers aimlessly, but we'll be aiming to get that anyway. The next one is at least 10 villagers, and the final one is talk to your pet, or that your pet loves you, I should say. That's normally not too difficult. If you pat your pet every day, you normally get it within a year or so, and we will be aiming to do that. So as we see our pet Paw, we'll be patting Paw every day and getting that achievement up. We're actually going through these dark mines relatively well so far. We are getting copper along the way, because I still want copper ore, because we have gone through quite a bit of that. But we're already on level 39. I just realised I missed the minecart there, but that's okay. So the final requirements for Grandpa's candles and Grandpa's test, I guess, at the end of the 2 years, to have the community center fully accessible, which gives you 3 points. And look at that, we already got to level 40. So we're now at level 40, and we don't need to worry about going through the dark section again. I think if we want to mine copper, I'll stay away from level 40, because that can always be a bit annoying. But here we are, we're into the iron area. Let's see if we can get to 45 today. The final 2 points or areas you get points with for Grandpa's thing is to obtain the skull key and the rusty key, both of which are relatively easy. One I think you get from either 20 or 30 artifact and mineral hands into Gunther, and the other one is basically getting to level 100 in the mine, which we're going down the mine so quickly so far that we should be able to get that relatively easily without too many concerns. We might even have that by the end of spring. We might see how we go. It'll depend on how our weapons go. Once you get into the gold levels after level 80, some of the enemies can take a really long time to kill if you don't have a high level weapon. So you do get a high level weapon. I don't know if it's on level 90 or level 100, but you have to go through the lower level you have to go through a few of those gold levels before you actually get that weapon. So you can luck out and you can get a high level weapon drop for you while you're doing missions. Our pick is destroying these rocks really slow at the moment, so we might leave the mine now. We have got our achievement. We got to level 40, which is what we wanted to do, and now we can jump down to level 40 whenever we want. But we might even consider upgrading our pick before we do that, because that'll allow us to go down the mine much quicker. So while we're late at night, let's have a quick run through for forage items. We might head down to the beach. How many items do we have? We have plenty of items on us. We also got this frozen mineral. I'm not sure. We might keep that one and give it to the community center. I won't do that now. We'll run through the other side of the town and then down through the beach. We also have enough bat wings to hand in one of those for the community center as well, so that's coming along quite nicely. All we will need is either 99 slime, which I don't think we got any slime in that run, or we need one void, what are they called, void crystal? I'm not sure. Which should be pretty easy. We should get one of those on the iron levels between 40 and 80 while we're going through. So we've descended down the mine quite quickly. We've just in 3 episodes of mining, we're already up to level 40 and already able to get iron. We got a little bit of iron today. What do we got? We got 3 iron, so not enough to make a bar, but a reasonable amount nonetheless. I will try to, once we've got a single gold bar, we will probably hand in the bundles as quickly as we can. I can't remember what rewards you get, but by memory they're not bad and they're quite useful rewards. You might get a recycling machine or something along those lines, which is normally always quite good. So what have we got in the journal? To the bottom. Reach the bottom of the mine. So we reached level 40 in the mines, which was one of the achievement requirements, or one of the journal requirements. I don't think we got any items from that. Maybe they classify the slingshot as one of the items that you get. I never use a slingshot. It uses items. I don't like using my items just to sling at people. And I'd rather just use my sword. We normally lose a lot more energy than we do losing health, and we're always going to be getting our energy back with field snacks. So we just sort of haphazardly get our energy back as we're going. We don't lose too much health along the way. So it's 11:40. It is quite late. Hopefully we do make it back in time. Now before we do anything else, let's just quickly check. Have these gone to Gunther? So that has gone to Gunther. You can tell whether or not an item has been given to Gunther by what it says underneath. So here we've got topaz, mineral, and then the next section is whether or not you've given it to Gunther. So if we have a look at mineral tier, because we haven't given this to Gunther before, it says Gunther can tell you more about this if you donate it to the museum. So if that's the message that's underneath the particular item, that means you haven't given it to Gunther before. Whereas if it tells you about the actual item, that means you already have given that to Gunther before. So because we've already given these 2 to Gunther, we will be dropping those off there and selling those. So let's chuck everything else away. We've got some bat tears. I think we're going to have to need a new chest relatively soon because we've already run out of space. So I'm wondering whether or not there's anything in here that we can take out. Probably not. No, we didn't end up planting these parsnip seeds today, and we've certainly run out of time, but we got to level 40 in the mine, so that's fine, and that's a good achievement anyway. Let's grab this and let's start putting the copper on, and then we can put the iron away. Let's take out the axe because we will need some more wood soon. And let's put away the geode. I think that'll be fine. And tomorrow let's grab the watering can as well because we'll need that. And tomorrow we'll start planting the parsnip seeds and continue on through our journey. So let's get rid of that and let's quickly run inside think we can pat the cat. Pat the cat, good, we got a heart there. And head to sleep. So we got level 3 farming. We can get the bee house now. We can make a farmer's lunch and speed grow. And we also got level 2 mining where we can make a staircase. I probably won't use this yet because it's quite a lot of stone to be able to make these staircases, but we'll consider that in the future. And we didn't get a combat level. So all our mining little journey that we did, we got a little bit of money there. We got 440 gold. We also got some money earlier from selling some of the items to Pierre. So let's get out of that and we'll finish up this episode. So thank you all for watching my episode number 11 of Pawfect's Let's Play series, and hopefully we'll see you in the next episode. See you later, guys. Bye.